All right, so today we're going to do the top 6 Lodi wineries. If you're new to the channel, I am Jesse, winemaker of 20 plus years, certified sommelier. I live probably 30-40 minutes from Lodi. I've visited all of these wineries 5 plus times. I've visited probably 50 plus Lodi wineries. I know the region very, very well, ins and outs. So we'll get into number 6, Peirano. The inside is they definitely could do with a remodel. It's this small house that you pull up to, and then the inside is kind of like what I would call like your grandmother's house. The wines here is really where it's a home run. I They do monthly specials, so you can right now it's Sauv Blanc for $16 a bottle or 84 per case. So when you buy a case, it really comes down, and that's what I really recommend. Is this is great for like everyday drinking wine. They're always doing case specials, and then the wine list. Let's see if we can pull that up. Yeah, it's pretty extensive. Mix match for $8 a bottle. I do this a couple times a year. Chardonnay is one of my favorites. Sauv Blanc they do a pretty good job with. Viognier, I think their Viognier is one of the best price point Viogniers in the world. And I'm not saying that lightly. This is a killer bottle of wine, especially for $8 a bottle. The reds are pretty good. I do the Merlot every once in a while. The Cab's pretty good. They also, I believe, they used to have a Syrah. They don't do the Syrah anymore. Basically, this is just a price point winery. Go in there, do a basic tasting, walk out with a case of wine for $100. Can't go wrong with that, and that's why they make number 6 on the list. Is just killer wine, great deals. Definitely worth checking them out. Number 5 on the list is Langetwins. It's brothers that are twins. They kind of have a nice outdoor area as you pull in here. They have some fountains as well. You can sit down and do some picnicking as well. The inside looks like this. Can get a little crowded on a busy weekend. The fountain there, and here's probably another shot. Yeah. So a very nice inside. That's part of the reason I'm recommending it. Their wines are also really, really nice across the board. They do several different tiers, I guess is the way to put it. Single vineyard, reserve, and centennial. The single vineyard stuff is, I think, yes, it's not near as cheap as the Peirano, and this is probably going to run you a little higher than what average. Or this is about the average price point in Lodi. I'll just say that it's not cheap and it's not expensive, so it's about right in the middle. Definitely worth checking out. Really not going to have a bad time there. So we're up to number 4. So these are the top 4. Like, if you're going to Lodi, if you can hit all these, you're doing great. Oak Farms, they do a lot of weddings out there. It's a pretty fancy building and outdoor area. They have plenty of seating if you want to sit outside. I think this is why it's pretty highly rated across different medium spectrums. The inside there. I think this is their event center, so you probably won't see that while you're there. But yeah, just a gorgeous little setting. Their wines are pretty stellar as well, and you can sit down and they do like little picnic stuff here as well. So you can easily open a bottle of wine and kill some time here. I've sat down, and so their higher tier stuff is really, really, really good. And then as you bounce into this mid-range stuff, here you go, the $22 stuff. This is all pretty solid wines too. Can't go wrong really with anything they make. The winemaker is quite talented here. So the whites, $36 isn't cheap for a Chardonnay, but it's probably gonna be barrel fermented, the whole 9 yards. Another 36. So not, and here's their entry level Chardonnay. Not cheap wines, but it's, to me, it's cheaper than going to a restaurant and drinking wine, and you're gonna be in a much better setting. So this is kind of if you're gonna go do a treat and you're counting on solid wines, highly recommended Oak Farm. Here's the sleeper of the bunch. I do not see this recommended at all. This is probably the only list you'll see it on. I'm an avid Lodi wine drinker. I'm up there quite a few times a year, so I know the area pretty well. Their outdoor area, here's part of it. It's next to like a house. Here's you can see me here. I actually took this photo and uploaded it to Google Maps. Indoor tasting. They also do outdoor tastings. That's what I would recommend. There's like picnic tables back here, and then they typically set up picnic tables through here. Yeah, so you can see the backside here, and that's what I would recommend is just doing a tasting, and they'll bring it to you. It's like 5 or 6 tastings, and they bring it to you all at once, and you can kind of go at your own pace. They also do like little, here's how it's done in these little taster things, which is, I find it really nice. People are checking on you and seeing how you're doing, but then you can really just do everything at your own pace, and that's something I really appreciate. This is all family ran, so you'll most likely see the mom, the dad, and the 2 daughters out there. This is me as well, so we got the little platter. I forget, this is like $20 or $30, but I mean, if you buy this at the grocery store, it's roughly the same price with the salami and the cheese and the crackers. Just gorgeous setting. I think they do have some nature hikes that they do like as part of a different grouping. So we'll jump on their website really quick. All the wines that I've had from here are solid. Another thing with all these places on the list is they have red and white wine, and it's balanced. Sometimes when you go to Lodi, it's a very red heavy region, and you have a hard time actually finding white in some wineries. So these always have a nice mix. So $28 across the board. The blends are pretty nice. So yeah, as you can see, plenty of choices. And then if you hop over the whites, not many, but 2. And then I think they do a rosé or 2. Yeah, 2 rosés. So 4 whites. You can go to some wineries and they don't have any whites. So it's a plus. So we're getting to the top 2. Harney Lane makes almost everyone's kind of top 5 list. It's just a really nice indoor area. The staff is highly professional. They just do it right. You can get these little platters while you're out there. This is the backyard setting. So they have some really nice old trees. I think they had one fall recently, which was kind of a bummer. Oops, sorry about that. That's the street view. Let's see. That's kind of overlooking. So here's the main building. This is part of the backyard as they have decorated. Here's the platter you can get. I think theirs is like $30, so not cheap, but the outdoor seating. There's also indoor seating, and they have a fireplace in the winter, which is pretty cool. Very solid wines. Let's see here. Oh, come on. They're trying to sell me on the current releases. They typically have 2 Chardonnays, the Home Ranch and the Scottsdale. I bounced around between which one I like better. So that's 10, so like $15 a bottle that they're doing a special on if you get 2 cases. The rosé is always nice. It looks like they have some older vintages. So we get down here. So none of their stuff is cheap. It's nice to see that they also have Albariño. So they essentially have 4 whites, which is nice. Both the Chardonnays are incredible. I like their Albariño as well. They do quite a few Zens. If I was to give them any sort of feedback, they are doing a cab. So this is brand new. I've never tasted this. I've always thought they would kill it with a cab and have a lot more business. So they only continue to improve their business. Highly professional. You're gonna have a good time here. It can get a little crowded, so you're gonna need to be a little patient. If you have a group over 4, I recommend doing reservations at any of these places. If it's a group of 4 or less, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Number 1 on the list, Bokisch. This is a little further outside of Lodi, so this, depending on where you're coming from, this might be the only one that you can visit in a day, but they have killer views out there. I highly recommend doing reservations here so you can get table service. It basically reserves a table for you for, I think it's 2 to 3 hours. I'm trying to look for some good pictures here. They do a pretty good job on social media. So this is kind of walking through the area. Oh man, I'm struggling for some good photos here. Liz and Marcus are the owners. They're huge grape growers, probably the biggest grape growers in Lodi. And they're known for growing fantastic grapes. Some famous wineries probably buy their grapes outside of the Lodi area. Let's just hop to their website and see if we can find some better pictures. There's Liz. There's Marcus. They have a pretty big lineup. It's a lot of Spanish wines, which is kind of cool. Grenache Blanca, you're not going to see that too many places. They're also known for their Albareños. You don't see many here. They might be sold out, but they typically have 2 or 3 vintages worth. This is pretty highly touted sparkling Albareño. You won't see that too many places. And then they have a pretty big red list. If I've missed any winery that you really think should be in the top 6 or top 10, give a shout out down below and let me know what you think. I'm always willing to update the list and make more videos. So you can see plenty of Tempranillos, Monastrell, and then some red blends. They have a female winemaker that's been with them, I think, for 10 plus years. She does a really nice job. I forget her name off the top of my head. I drink the Syrah quite a bit while I'm out there, but then I'll also drink some of the red blends. So it's nice. You can take food out to most of these places as well. So I wouldn't be afraid to grab a sandwich or some snacks. It just makes drinking wine more fun as well. And then it's easy to spend 2 hours here just looking at the gorgeous scenery. It's going to be one of the best views in Lodi, I promise you. So that's what I have for this. Please like and subscribe, and I'm going to try to keep pumping out the videos. And I'll catch you later. Peace.